Negron with Socially Now, your Central Valley social media company. And today we have a wonderful guest, Mr. Hank Klor from Klor and Associates. Hank is a tax expert and a financial expert in his community. And welcome, Hank.
Hello, Zanette. Glad to give you some highlights of the recent fiscal cliff, as I call it, tax legislation. Basically, what most people should be doing is getting a big sigh of relief. However, I did run across one person, a gentleman that at the gym, and when I told him about some of it, the next day he told me, you know, you ruined my day. And my answer to him was, well, now I know how much you make.
That's great. That's a great potential client then.
Right.
Yes.
But the bottom line is that it really, except for people that make, you know, upwards to, you know, 200 for individuals, 400 for married couples, unless you're in that kind of income zone, this has basically given you that you're not going to pay higher taxes generally in general through 2013. People that are in the alternative minimum tax, and more and more people are affected by it. What it does is it puts in what we call a permanent patch.
Okay.
Now, for example, I had a lady come in the other day, it was a man that came in.
Okay.
And the other day, and because my software hadn't been patched yet, to update it yet, he was going to have about $4,000 of alternative minimum tax. Well, and that's because he has a lot of dependents.
Okay.
Once I started looking at it, I realized that he really isn't going to have to pay it once the new law goes into effect.
Okay.
So it's going to keep more people out of having to pay alternative minimum taxes.
Well, this is a relief then.
It's a relief.
It is a relief. So when someone comes to see you, obviously, how does it affect them? It depends on what they have, correct?
Well, my concern, starting the year before the Fiscal Cliff Relief Act was passed, was that a lot of my clients were going to end up owing anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 more a year, because that's what would have happened if the Bush era tax cuts had not been continued.
Correct.
So, it's a huge. I mean, just think about it. If you are going to owe $5,000 more, that's $400 a month out of your cash flow.
That's a big chunk of money for some
and
folks.
That's not, and that would affect a lot of people. So, it's just definitely relief here.
So what should we do? In regards to if we're concerned about certain things, where should we start?
Well, I think everybody has to look at their situation and see if they got the relief or not.
Okay.
Depending on, because in certain areas, for example, I have a son who's a freshman in college. Well, I was happy to see that they extended the very generous credits for your kids to be in college the first 4 years. They also extended for people taking continuing education the deduction for education if you're post 4-year graduate, studies. So that helps people right there.
Right.
As far as the child credit, that's huge for people who have kids who qualify for it, who have kids that are under 17. They've continued that indefinitely at $1,000 per kid per year.
And for a lot of households, that's an important factor.
That's huge.
That's very, very big.
Because a credit is money in your pocket.
Exactly.
And so that's helps a lot.
How about the federal estate tax rule? Anything there?
Well, it's made it so that they've set the exemption amount at over $5 million. So that's good.
Yeah, it's
because people were concerned that it was going to. People were concerned that it was going to go down, closer to $1 million. And so at $5 million, that, leaves a lot of people.
That leaves a lot of room.
So it's not an issue for a lot of people. Don't like paying taxes.
No,
some people like avoiding it like the plague.
Right.
But some people are realistic about it. And I remember in the past I've said to people, hey, you got a good problem. If you're paying taxes, that means you've made money.
There's revenue coming in.
Okay, so, is that all bad? I
Not
mean, because we don't
necessarily.
pay 100% taxes in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Not even our friend Phil Mickelson, the golfer. He was claiming he's paying over 60% in taxes. Well, tax experts said he's probably not paying more than 50%. But when you make $57 million,
Right.
50% of that doesn't sound all that bad.
Right.
Well, it sounds like a lot to give away, but it doesn't. But having, $28 million
Right.
left isn't so bad either.
This is true. This is
So
true.
good. Phil's got a good
So
book.
the story here is keep tabs of what you're doing. Make sure you
Right.
talk to your accountant.
Keep
And
your
so-
eye on the ball.
Keep your eye on the ball. And would it be healthy to say that sometimes having a conversation more than once a year with your accountant is healthy?
It can be.
It
It
can
depends,
be.
especially if your situation's changing.
Right.
know,
You have a
don't just
child,
show-
you lose.
Don't
yeah.
just show up
Right.
every year for your tax appointment and think everything's not going to be hunky dory, because it might not.
And might not.
Surprises do happen.
And just life events, marriage, child,
Marriage, child, retirement.
retirement, a parent, different
yeah,
factors, right?
Adjustment, buying a house,
Exactly.
selling a house,
Buying a house, selling a house,
paying off a house.
buying a business, selling a business,
Yeah.
all these
I mean,
things.
you just got to stay current on things and get advice on a
Excellent.
regular basis.
On a regular basis. And this is something, obviously, your firm can do.
We can do it.
You
We're
can
here
do
to
it.
help you with the taxes. It's our 20th anniversary. We'd love to have you join the club.
You joined the Hank Klor 20 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is excellent. That is excellent.
I made it through the ups and the downs.
The ups and the downs, and we're still here.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Hank?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Well, for those of you out there who are needing to speak to someone who's a tax professional, Hank Klor and Associates is more than happy to help, and they are here in Stockton, California, and they're only a phone call away or an email away, and I will put their information right here so that everyone can have it and they can share it, and hopefully your tax relief is good, and if you're not sure, give Hank Klor and Associates a call. Thank you so much, Hank. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Zanette.
All right.